Hi, everybody. My name is Bob Jackson. My good friend Sue Hedges is in the house. She's here to talk about her latest venture, a Halloween EP entitled I'll Come For You. She joins me in the studio now. Hi, Sue.
Hi, Bob.
Nice to have you here.
Well, it's great to be here, Bob.
Now, I understand the EP contains 4 original songs based on legends of well-known ghost hauntings in Liverpool. Is that right?
It does, yes.
So, first of all, why make a Halloween EP? What made you want to do this?
Well, Halloween's always been celebrated in Britain, but I would say in the last 5 years or so, it's absolutely boomed commercially as well. But I've never heard any new Halloween songs being played. It's always been the same ones. So I thought, well, why not write some new original Halloween songs that can be played every year? Then I was like, well, what angle can I come from? So I decided to do some research into ghost hauntings around Liverpool. I went down several avenues, including going on ghost tours with people like Shiverpool, and I managed to whittle it down into 4 songs.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's been a really fascinating project to do.
So, if you could start out by explaining to me about the first song that's on the album, Seven Streets Man. What's that about? And who is he?
Well, there's been sightings of lots of apparitions around the original 7 streets of Liverpool, but the most commonly cited one, it's said, that is a man who's absolutely giant. He's huge, I would say, about 7 foot tall. He's got a cloak on, and every Halloween he lurks around the original 7 streets of Liverpool. He's confined to those streets. He can't go anywhere else, and he just lumbers around really slowly. And I thought that was really interesting, so I wrote a song about him.
Well, very cool. So the second song then, I'll Come For You, the Bride of St. James Mount. What's the story behind that?
Well, there's a particular place in Liverpool known as St. James Mount. There's a bride there who haunts the mount. The legend is that how she got there was on her wedding day. She was stolen away by these little green men. She was captured and forced to live underneath St. James's Mount forever, basically. But on Halloween, she comes out and she stalks her prey. And if you go on YouTube, you can actually see an orb of her, a picture of her. It's an alleged sighting of her.
No kidding. So these little green men, what do they look like? What are they? Are they leprechauns?
Not really, no. I would say what they look like. They're about 3 foot high, and they look like little toadstools, I would say.
Gosh, that really does sound scary. I'm intrigued to hear what the songs sound like now. By the way, why did you choose this as the title track of the EP?
It was the most generic sounding title, if you get me, because all the other titles, they're all specific to the stories, and you'd wonder what I was on about if you saw it, say, in your browser or on a shelf.
Well, I got it now. So tell me about this third song, Bury Me Standing. Now that's unusual. What's that about?
Well, in Liverpool, there's a street called Rodney Street, and there's a tomb there shaped like a pyramid, and it's known to many locals as the Pyramid of Life. Now, that is the grave of William Mackenzie, and the reason it's shaped like it is he believed he'd lose his soul in a card game to the devil, and the contract said that when he was buried underground, then the devil would be able to take his soul. So he chose to trick the devil and be buried above ground, holding a winning hand of cards to ward off Satan so that the devil can't take his soul.
Well, that's a wild story.
Yeah, right. So the last one's about the Queensway Tunnel hitchhiker, Jenny's Last Ride.
Jenny's Last Ride. What's that about?
Well, we have 2 tunnels in Liverpool that connect Liverpool with a place called the Wirral. Now, there's been sightings of a ghost in the Queensway, known as the Queensway Tunnel hitchhiker, and she's been seen by many motorists trying to thumb a lift. Now, one particular story springs to mind of a motorcyclist where she got on the back of his bike, and when he got out the tunnel, she wasn't there.
Well, that is a wild one. That's dangerous.
Oh, yeah, people have been, there's been reports of people are trying to swerve, to try and avoid her.
Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to leave it there, Sue. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me about this EP.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks for having me.
There you go, kid. By the way, where can people buy it?
Well, it's available to stream on digital platforms like Amazon Music and Spotify, and you'll also be able to download it from CD Baby. And I also have some hard copies if anybody would like them. Just get in touch with me on Facebook or Twitter and I'll send you a hard copy.
Well, that's just fantastic, Sue. I wish you the best of luck. This is Bob Jackson, and I want to thank everybody for listening to this interview. Good luck to you, Sue Hedges.
Thanks, Bob.